Hey everybody. Welcome back to the stream. So, tonight's gonna be a little interesting. I'm gonna start the work on claiming my prizes from the competition. We're gonna start off with my Fomarl here. And see what she needs. And we'll log in here and have a look at the different ways you can claim prizes. And I think there's a new quest now. We'll have a look at how many eggs I got. We'll kind of fool around with the system here a little bit. First, let's see who all is online here. We got people on Azalea, Altamira. Ooh, a lot of people on Altamira right now. Let's go check out Altamira. And just keeping an eye on the bitstream here. My ISP was having some troubles tonight. Still looking a little shaky here. We'll keep an eye on it. If it's starting to act up, yeah, it's still not good. I'm watching it here. Hold on a second here. We're gonna switch profile. Okay, I think I'm back here. I'm just watching live here on the stream to make sure you guys, yeah, okay. So I switched it from 1080p down to 720p. We'll see if this fixes some things. Got some mail here. I can guess who this might be. Hey, hey. Going to play with the prizes. Okay, something else that's a bit interesting. We're trying some new hardware tonight too. Not so much on the Dreamcast, but on my streaming PC. We were having some problems the last couple of streams. A lot of it, some of it had to do with I found out the fact that I'd maxed out my bloody graphics card. Watching cartoons? What kind of cartoons? So, last kind of cartoons I watched, that was a long time ago. Let's see here. Just double checking on the health of the stream. Looking okay. All right. Been a long while since I seen some cartoons. Okay, let's have a look at the I no longer have cable TV, internet only.
Matt said still sick.
Yeah, Matt. It's not looking too good. I'm gonna give this one more week. If at the end of a week it doesn't go away, it's time to go see the doc. I had this happen once before, about 4 years ago. I'd gotten some kind of flu as well then, and halfway through the flu, I also got a bacterial infection. Basically a mild case of pneumonia. It took some antibiotics to clear that mess out. And man, I waited a while to try and see if I could ride it out. No dice. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, so, does this still work? So this is what my current count is. So, and... that's interesting. Show kills no longer works. Okay, no problem. I think on my last quest we had to look at those numbers anyways. But if I do /prizes, let's see here. So I've got a few extra chocolate and crystal eggs that I can claim. Now if I had also had some accounts registered on a GameCube, and I was on, I was playing there as well, I could do the same thing, and I could claim these extra eggs. These eggs were from where I placed on the leaderboard, and I was, I think there's 3 different leaderboards for kills, assists, and chocolate eggs, and I placed 4th and 5th on those different boards. They got 4th.
Matt said, hey Jax, there is a spot.
Is there, for joining a team, or? Well, we'll see if I get in a team. I'm probably going to be switching a few characters here. So let's see here. If you can see the update information, please select from the menu. Okay, let's see. You can see the updated information windows. You can see the updated information. Please select from the menus. So these are... Well, that's interesting. What is this exactly? If we cancel and let's see what it's... Ooh, that's not how you spell prizes. Let's try the crystal eggs. Okay, so that, yeah, so that makes sense. I placed 4th and 5th for kills and assists, and that earned me 4 eggs and 3 eggs. 4 crystals and 3 crystals, so I got a total of 7 crystals available. So I can claim all of those for my Dreamcast account here. There we go. I got that. And so if we do show eggs, now I got 21 crystals. So I got a few to spend. I got some ideas what I'm going to spend these on. Others, no clue yet. So prizes. Let's claim the chocolate eggs. So I get an extra 9 chocolate eggs. I got these for breaking boxes. I think I placed like 5th or 6th or something like that, or was it 4th? I can't remember. Well, actually, I could look at that, because if you go watch if you go look at my Instagram account, I actually posted, I think, some of the photos. How did I do? 4th on kills, 5th on assists, and I actually did get 4th in breaking boxes. So I got a few extra chocolate eggs for that, so that's alright. Okay, so prizes, not prozes. Prizes. So now I'm out of prizes. So I claimed all those. And let's do show eggs. So what do we got? There we go. Let's create a team here. And prizes. And we'll do it on ultimate just for the heck of it. And we'll maybe go over to Iselia as well too. So there's a couple of different ways you can claim these prizes. One, you can do it through a quest that Aileron Ives wrote, which is really cool because we didn't have this on the previous prize. So let's see here. Is this an event? The Eggcelent Easter exchange. Let's do it. So anyway, so that event quest, welcome. Thank you for participating in the Eggcelent Easter event. You can spend your eggs here. Fabulous prizes. Please wait a moment while we access your eggs. Okay, you can check your eggs from the quest board. Well, that's cool. That's like checking Photon Points. Does she tell us anything else? Or are you done shopping already? Nope. And this is usually how you get out of this. Do you want to cancel the job? Nah, not yet. So let's explore a little bit more. Oh, first, yeah, let's look at the quest board. So eggs and oh, you can see Photon Points as well too. I got 122 Photon Points right now. And boiled chocolate and glass, and there's my crystals. Okay. These look like pretty vanilla conversations here, I guess. Yeah, okay, so let's go to the weapon shop here. And actually, what is going on in my inventory of this person? What do we got here? 18. I got 2 God HPs here already. I'm thinking I'm gonna buy a couple of God HPs for each of my characters. I know my Hinero already has 3. This character's got at least 2. I was thinking of using some Photon Points to join these and max them out, but we'll see how much Photon Points cost. If we can get them in this quest. Because I could use at least one more God HP for here. Let's, that's interesting. That annoying woman is not in here. You can spend your crystal eggs here. What would you like to buy? Okay. I can buy glass eggs. I can buy crystal monomates. Now I understand this crystal monomate. Let's 1,000 crystal eggs. Well, how many do you want to buy? I wish I could buy 10, but that would be 10,000. Total cost is 10,000 crystal eggs. No, I don't think I have that. Let's see what else they got here. So next, here we go. So, everything looks pretty vanilla. I think the last time I did this event, I actually did cash in on a few of these guys. God arms, and I don't need any of these. These are pretty common drops. These guys I usually get from the is it Famitsu or Famitsu's Max Attack number 2. A couple of days worth of work and you can usually score those pretty easily. Now the God HP, I don't find these all too often. Crystal eggs, I will take that. Yes, please. Not yet. Let's shop around and see what else we can get. You can spend your glass eggs here. What would you like to buy with a glass egg? I'm probably going to buy a bunch of these and see if I can max them out for my my foe. These are very difficult to get. I think I'm already maxed out on HP material, but TPA material is a good one. The rest you find a lot of it on Ultimate. What else we got here? I've already got a PB create, and turns out I got a bunch of perfect resists right now. That's interesting. And let's see what we can get over here. Look at that. You can buy Photon Points. That's interesting. How much does a Photon Point cost? 2 chocolate eggs. Okay. And oh, that's neat. You can buy a bunch of them at once. That would be like 20 Photon Points would be 40 chocolate eggs. Okay. That's interesting. What else they got here? They got tri-grinders. Chances are I might buy a bunch of tri-grinders. Not with this character though. I might do that with my Funeral. I got an S rank that I need to finish maxing out, and I got a couple other weapons that I used to have ground out to their maxes, but I stored them on with a PC version of a storage character that I have. At the time, it did not have the enhanced patches installed, and I lost the grinds on them. So that was kind of fun. I'm gonna have to regrind those. Then more TP material if I want. Okay. And then I believe this guy lets me spend my boiled eggs here. Buy more Photon Points. And that's 10 boiled eggs per point. Okay. Right now we won't buy any. Okay. So, let's buy some TP material. What have I got? How much room have I got in my pack here? I got 19, so I could buy 11 of them. Okay. would you like to buy? I would like to buy some TPA material. And 4 glass eggs per TP. Let's buy 10 because that's all I can fit right now. Yeah, let's do that. No. Okay, let's have a look at my inventory here. And there we go. That's alright. You know what I'm gonna do? And this character, I had done this, I don't know how many TP points honestly this character has. Or how many times I've used TP material. You can use like up to a maximum of, it was like 125 or something like that, or 100. Somewhere around there on Dreamcast. Let's put a few of these guys away here. What's my inventory like right now? Can I buy a 20 pack? Items. Yeah, just barely I can buy 20. Let's go have a look again. What would you like to buy? TPA material, and how many do I want to buy? Let's try buying 20. Yes, do I have that? No, okay. I'm down to 65 glass eggs. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. But I still got 18 crystal as well too. Okay, let's see how many we can burn off here. What would I like to buy? We'll buy some more TP material. How many do you want to buy? Well, 15. Can I afford 15? Yes, I can. You don't want to buy anything else? No. Okay. Alright. That is a bit of a boost for this character. What would I like to buy? I believe I've got, I should have maybe 5 glass eggs left. We can buy like 1. Want to buy anything else? No, I don't think so. Okay. So, that's interesting for this character. So, this character now has 3 God HPs. Do I want a 4th? Maybe I don't want a 4th because I'm holding on to 2 Dragon HPs. We'll eventually just make a new God HP. So, for now, let's leave this character. My funeral has 3 God HPs. want my Recast to have 3 God HPs. Before we do that, let's just switch over to Iselia. Let's just have a look at the quest over this, see if there's anything that's noticeably different. I mean, one thing that'll probably be different would be like the Photon Points. Because that's Altamira special. You want to cancel the job? Yeah, let's go. And let's do a transport. Change ships. And we'll go to Iselia. And organize team. We'll create a team. Let's do that. Now let's see here. We are looking for an event, the Eggcelent Easter exchange. Okay, perfect. So let's just go take a quick look at the shop here and see if we see any kind of differences. And the other thing we can have a look at is the command line interface for claiming prizes as well too. That was the one that we used during the Christmas Catastrophe event. I believe that's still here. Oh, you can get the crystal monomates here as well too. Anything that we notice different here? Looks to be the same list. And what would we like to buy? So anything really different here? I don't think so. The big difference is that there is no photon points on this list. And just take a quick look at some of these other guys here. Oh, the photon points weren't... Oh, you can buy a photon point here. That is cool. So the two of them are pretty much the same, it looks like. Yeah, that's neat. Okay. And... what would we like to buy here? And again, you can get photon points and grinders. Okay. And let's just see here. Remind myself of the commands. So if I did like /T crystal. This is the pop-up menu that you can also use. You can buy each of these items individually. And this is so this is on, you don't have to actually be in the quest to do this. You just got to be somewhere in a team. I think. I mean, the system used to work that if you bought one of these items, it would drop it on the floor and then you could pick it up and use it. I'm not sure if that's changed or not. We could we give that a try. If I do, what is it? What's the command? Just looking here. T Choco. So, for instance, if I bought like a TP material for 20 photon points, and I believe glass egg costs 10 photon points. Yeah, so definitely cheaper to buy the TP materials here than buy glass eggs and then to buy it in the glass egg category. But anyway, let's buy one of these guys. And right, so I mean it still drops it on the floor, and then you can use it. And T Choco. Yeah, so you notice on this guy, no photon points on this list, because that's something a bit special. But is it /T glass? You can buy a mag here. And I believe you choose the mag, you get to pick the color of the mag as well too. I definitely don't need any more mags, but I don't think you can get the mag from the quest that we're in right now. So this was glass, yeah. Because if we go back to glass. What would you like to buy? Yeah, no mag on this list. So if anybody was interested in getting a customized mag, you can do it off the command line. So that's pretty cool too. So a few tweaks and changes. I mean, all the stuff that I'm looking at is pretty much very well documented by Blue Crab. He's got a link to it off of the latest announcement on on Sylverant.net on the homepage, where he'll describe exactly how you can claim the prizes and all these little subtle differences between the quests and and the command line. Okay, let's get out of here, and we're gonna quit and switch to my Recast. Okay, time to switch the controllers here real quick. Make sure I get the right one. I mean, I actually cycle between about 5 or 6 different controllers for PSO alone, and I mean, there's about 10 or 15 controllers lying around here right now. I mean, they're all different colors, so I can tell the difference between them all. Well, I mean, my two main ones are actually two R7 black. Well, maybe 3 main ones are R7 blacks, but I got a bunch of other colors as well too. The only way I tell the difference between all the R7 ones is the different colors of VMUs in them. Alright, let's get the Recast Online here. And back to we'll go back to Altamira. And let's have a look here. Main organized team, create a team, PSO V2. This character is only level 58. Still a pretty fresh character.
Matt said 58 nice. Matt said hashtag pray for Jax.
Yeah, this character is pretty much exclusively just been playing offline. It's one of the reasons why I was happy that the prize events are on, because I can get some God HPs. I gave this particular character that spread needle that I got when I did that marathon session. Playing challenge mode that one day. We did was C1 through C9 in one sitting. That was brutal. And I picked a random and I got a spread needle, so I gave it to this character. And this character's just been grinding. I actually ground out this thing to plus 250. My Huneral, anytime the Huneral grabbed or found a grinder, she saved it and then transferred it to this character. And this character's been just pumping up the needles. The needle's maxed out. And I was gonna say, did we actually start the quest? Maybe we should go do that. Yeah, there's no quest board here. Duh. But got the needle maxed out, and now the character is sitting at a little over 400 hit points. I've got all the levels unlocked all the way up to ruins on very hard. I just haven't defeated Falls yet, and I need 450 hit points to survive a hit from him. So we're gonna do something about that. Equipping this character, yeah, 434. I mean, all I need is 1 God HP and I'm probably good, but I'm gonna buy 3. And then throw all 3 of those on and I'll go kick the crap out of Falls. Okay, let's see here. Item pack, quest board, eggs. Okay. So, all the eggs are transferred over to this character. And let's see here. Ranger, you can spin your crystal eggs here. What would you like to buy? Not the crystal monomate. Maybe next time. Let's get a God HP. That costs 3. Yes. Okay, perfect. Yep, I want 2 more. And you want to buy anything else? Yep, one last one. I don't think I need anything else. I've got a bunch of God Arm pluses right now. For this character, I am completely maxed out in God Powers and God Minds. I don't need any more of these. Got 1 of each already. And like I said, These are pretty
Matt
easy to get.
said red mech. Matt said.
Yeah, the red mech. This character, right? This is a recast seal. I mean, there are other guns I'd probably use instead. I mean, Matt. I mean, this is...
Matt said yup.
This is, this might be the first time you've seen this character, Matt. I don't think I've ever actually broadcasted or streamed with, hashtag Matt or hashtag Matt. Holy shit, Matt. How can you tell it was a long week? Hashtag Jaxxer.
Matt said yay.
I mean, this is what I've currently got in its inventory. Funny, I just found the Photon Claw recently on Very Hard. The Flame Visit I think I found on Very Hard as well too. These are both special weapon drops. And then these other guys, I mean, I've had these forever. These were like some of my very first special weapons finds on Ultimate with my Funeral. And they've just been sitting in deep storage forever. Except for this. I mean, this is the one where I got murdered about 3 or 4 times by that bloody Hildator to get this one.
Matt said Yasmi 9200.
Yeah. I have one. Where is it? It must be here. Yeah, so my Yaz 2000 is, this was a decent find. I think this is the best Yazmkov I've got for the 2000 series, and I've never found any of the other Yaz's. Just 2000s, but I mean they...
Matt said 9,200 meters. Matt said a very cool. Matt said you need one.
Yeah, that might be, gonna start hunting guns, I think. I mean, and this character, I mean, you can see this Recast seal is a Greenhill character, so this, the idea here is to open up everything that Redria doesn't have. I think Greenhill was the closest opposite to all the drops. So not bad. Oh, and that was some of the other things. Not deposit, take. Found a few. This is the last Mag 502 I've got from our Christmas catastrophe event. I think I got 3 of them that time round. Is that right? Did I get 3 or 2? How many? It must be 2. While the event was going, I actually found one in the forest, free mode. And then I got enough of those Christmas cards to get 2 mags cells, and then I think I gave a bunch of cards away to somebody else to get one too. But I got these dudes. They both dropped on Very Hard Ruins. Well, this was Very Hard Mines, but this was Very Hard Ruins. Actually, this was not Very Hard Ruins. This dropped in Hard Ruins, which was a surprise. That was definitely Very Hard Mines. But that was kind of cool. So already finding stuff that I couldn't get on Redria. And then I gotta do a transfer at some point. I'm sitting on a ton of mine materials. I'll give those to my Fomarl. And then this guy. I think I half screwed this mag up. This used to be an invincible mag. I gotta give it back to one of my Redria characters and have them feed it. And it'll go back to being an invincible mag. This was a gift from God, who was it? Hold on a second here. It's been a while. You're gonna laugh when, oh, yeah. This was a gift, this mag, from Raquel Sky. Raquel's a friend of ours. I haven't seen Raquel around that much lately. But when he was on all the time, he actually at one point went through and made a version of every single invincible mag in the system. And he was sitting on so many mags, he didn't know what to do with them. Yeah. So Raquel gave these, gave one of them to me. He says, "Can you use this? Because I can't." And I said, well, "I don't know." We offered me a different one. I says, "How about one for Redria?" He says, "I think I actually have one." And he gave me this. And what did I do? I gave it to a Greeno character, which is an opposite section ID. So then I started feeding it to boost up the synchro on it to get it to 120, and stopped being an invincible mag. That's okay. I will convert it back at some point, and it'll probably go back into storage because I think, I mean, what are my stats here? My ATA is currently at 300. Well, that's ATA with all the extra crap. I'm sitting at 188 ATA right now. That's enough to run all the weapons I want. And I'll just slowly max this character out. I mean, what am I running for equipment right now? One God Arm. A battle. I want to ditch this power. I mean, even with without a God Arm equipped. What am I looking at? 164. I mean, that's still enough to run the needle. And that needle would blow, falls out of the water. And the Yaz needs 180. But anyways, I can unlock Ultimate. But then I'd be level 60, and there's no way in hell I can play EP Ultimate with this character.
Matt said you need a shot P.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I'm gonna have to start playing challenge mode again, maybe. I am way out of practice. Oh boy, I'd get wrecked if I started doing it again. But I think I got a character sitting around here somewhere. Jaxxer C9 is sitting on a controller ready to go. Okay, so I got 3 God HPs here. And a God battle. I will never give up God battles. And I think that's it for this character. So, let's have this character quit. Oh, hold on a second. Now, yeah, let's have this character quit. This character has 3 God HPs, my foe's got 3, my Hunie's got 3. The rest of the crystal eggs I mean, I'm thinking I'm gonna convert them to glass eggs. Because I'm not sure I need anything else in crystal.
Matt said if you want, I still have the Baron's part.
Brand's part, yeah. Did KB find part of Brand's yet? I know he said he was kind of sniffing around looking for one. If he needs one, definitely pass it to him if he was working on something that required it. Let's see here. If I go here and say, what would I like to buy? Let's just have a look here. There is definitely not anything I need. No. I'll buy 15 glass eggs. That'll cost 1 crystal egg. How many do you want to buy? So if I say 5. Yep. Okay, yeah. If I do that, what does it say? So that's what happens if you don't have enough. So what we'll do is we will buy 1. Did I not buy it? I don't think I did. That was stupid. I want to buy it. How many do you want to buy? 1. Full cost is 1. Yes. Want to buy anything else? Yep. Full cost is 1. Yep. Okay. Want to buy anything else? Yep. 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 Okay, I believe that just tapped me out of crystals. The 121 glass, 1 crystal. I got 1 last crystal to spend. Okay. What do you want to buy? 10 glass eggs. And how many do you want to buy? 1. Okay, no. Okay, so there we go, 136 glass. Alright, let's switch back to the foe. I'll have to be careful here that we don't buy too many extra TP materials, and I'm sitting on a ton of extras that I can't use. If that happens, it's going to be a free-for-all with TP mats. Though I don't know. You know what? I've been thinking lately is I actually want to get a I want to get a character that actually has a Pinkle section ID, so I can hunt for level 30 tech discs. And I'm thinking I was gonna maybe create another Huneral to do it. I think for soloing, a heating roll is pretty tough to beat in EP. I'm gonna have to grind that character out to at least, well, she can do it on 120. 130. If you've got a needle and a mech gun, you can usually pull it off offline. Okay. Organize team, create team. And let's have a look here. Prizes. Okay. Something else interesting. This week I actually built a well, I didn't fully build it. It was a pretty hefty build. I threw a bunch of new parts into my streaming PC here. I found out last week there's some streaming troubles I was having, and there were some things that weren't quite working with the new DCHDMI, because the DC, my Dreamcast can push a much higher resolution now. And my computer noticed that. The higher resolution meant more work needed to be done for the graphics card, and I started tapping my graphics card out, which was unfortunate. So I said, screw it. My PC was a bit anemic when it came to graphics, so I went out and bought a bloody huge new graphics card and stuck it in here. I got one of those new NVidia RTX 2080s. I didn't get a 2080 Ti because that would have cost as much as the entire bloody computer itself. But I mean, the 2080 wasn't exactly super cheap either in Canada. But boy, streaming certainly got a whole lot easier. And things look really bloody good now. In fact, those new RTXs, NVIDIA actually partnered with the guys over at OBS and actually put some extra hardware and firmware in there to help with, yeah, we don't want anything here, to help with actually doing the encoding. And so I got this graphics card pinned at the absolute highest settings it'll go. The thing's just kind of humming along, barely generating any heat. And the stream quality should have gone up, especially on when I'm able to stream at 1080p. Right now I can't because my ISP's having some trouble tonight. So I'm doing it 720. But boy, I was doing some testing with the 1080p settings earlier this week. The picture looked pretty bloody good. It looked a lot better than what I was doing before. I mean, my graphics card was basically the onboard Intel graphics set in the CPU core itself, and it had a hardware encoder, but it wasn't that great. The NVIDIA one looks fantastic. Okay, we do want some materials here. Let me just verify first so we don't screw this up. Oh, get me out of here. That I do have 20. Okay. Let's just buy another bulk buy at 20 here. So that'd be actually, let's do 10. I can't remember how many I bought in the previous event. Let's see how many of these I can use.
Hat 1 said, hello, this is Bob Dobbs.
Bob, how's it going? Doing some kind of maintenance type stuff tonight. Not running some teams. Actually, blowing all my eggs is what I'm doing. Let's have a look here.
Said good.
So far, I've blown all my crystals, bought some God HPs, and now I'm burning up my glasses.
Said leaving you alone.
No problem, Bob. No problem. So, I want to buy anything else? No, I don't think so. If I end up with any extra TP material, I'll probably give it to my second uni that I plan on making. So, that's funny. If I use the D-pad on my controller, I've actually got my D-pad set up for some shortcuts in chat, and it triggers the shortcuts, which is kind of funny. But I can also use the analog controller, the analog stick, and that doesn't do it, whereas this does. Okay. There we go, maxed it out. So how many I got extra here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we'll eventually get those into the hands of another character. It's a good thing I didn't buy another 20. Let's actually, what will we do? We'll deposit them. This character's not holding a whole lot of stuff right now. And we will take the Psycho Wand back. That's my that was my S-rank mech gun. We'll take the God HP I had in storage. What have I got here? Now I got 3 God HPs. Eventually I'll have to make a trip to Garen. Well, I have enough photon points to do that right now. Maybe we should switch out of this quest and maybe flip over to Garen. And I'm due to get a whole ton of mine material from some other characters, so I don't need to buy any mine mats here. And I mean, when I put on my my mag, I mean, this is what my Sanity mag looks like. Where is it? I'm sitting on a ton of escape dolls right now. But eventually, this character, I'm gonna try and beat Falls offline. I'm gonna need all these escapes. Though what? I'm sitting, what? How much HP do I have right now? I can get over 1200. that enough to survive falls on EP? I think. I mean, I'll have, what's a God HP++ good for? Is that 88? Yeah, 88. So, I mean, 88 times 3. Almost 270. 88 times 3, so that's 264. Plus the 1127. I mean, 1391. I'm almost at 1400. And potentially, if I finish off those, I got those 2 Dragon HPs. If I merge those, I could get 4 God HPs. I get over 1400 hit points if I ditched all the other units that I had. Which for me would be okay, because I'd probably S rank Falls on his last couple of forms and just shoot him with the with this, so I could survive Falls attacks and just keep resting myself. Yeah, so we got a strategy for to get this foe through there. But anyways, what'd my mag look like? This is what
Genopside 1991 said state maintenance though.
A state main for Falls? No, I would do things differently. I would probably put anti-paralysis on a shortcut on my
Woolhat 1 said hello Celine. Genopside 1991 said freeze attack in Form 2.
Yeah, I would use
1991 said hi Dobbs.
I would use anti-paralysis. I'd put anti-paralysis on my shortcut palette and use those instead. But anyways, that's what my mag looks like currently. 186 mind. I mean, that wasn't doing too much effort to get 186. I know there's some guys that are able to grind out like 187 and maybe even 188. In Dreamcast, that doesn't matter too much considering we can use unlimited number of mine materials until we max the class out. But I got my mine mat, and then that's what I got for photon blasts. I mean, I ended up using, did I use a Huneral or did I use a Recast to start this off? And then I transferred the mag over to my, my Force. So this was definitely not started as a Force mag. The only thing is I got Gola. I would have rathered Pila. Especially for this character if it's soloed, because I don't need Mylene Young and Mylene Eula for soloing. I just cast I cast SD myself. I would have rathered Pila to clear rooms soloing. That would have been easier. Oh well. Once I reach endgame on mine, maybe I do another mag for this character. And I'll have a hunter build it and then transfer it over. Because that is way easier to get Pila, Farla, and the twins with a hunter. Okay, what do we want to do here? This character does not need to grind anything. None of these guys, well, I mean, there are a few interesting slicers. But I typically don't run an attack on my force. That's what we were gonna do. We were gonna go visit Garen. Let's get out of this quest and we'll start up a Garen quest. And we'll boost that one God HP. Yep, we're done. Well, that's interesting. You can leave the quest by talking to the lady and then having her end it, or you can just go right to the counter and just straight up quit. Alright, organize, create a team. Garen. Not like Garen matters if I'm in Ultimate or not, but that's just how we roll around here. So anyway, the new PC. So I got this giant ass graphics card in it. I'm actually working on a machine learning project for work right now, so my poor little laptop would have the crap kicked out of it if I tried any kind of neural network work with it. So having this PC kicking around with this graphics card in it, we can at least do some local testing with the some of our machine learning algorithms with it. So that's kind of cool. But I also, first time I ever bought a water cooler for a computer. I got a an all-in-one unit, AIO, which a lot of people call them. If you ever see that online, it means all-in-one. It's basically the idea that the heatsink that you put on the CPU and the hoses and the radiator are pretty much all tied together right out of the box. And you don't have to cut and make your own lines. You don't have to piece together all the parts. You don't have to fill the thing up with coolant and try and get the thing sealed. In fact, most of the units even come with fans already. So I ended up getting a double height unit. I run micro ATX boards, and so I run cases that are equivalent for micro ATX, and this particular case I got could fit a double height radiator. A double height radiator that could actually run 140 millimeter fans. So when I got this thing out of the box and I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, holy Christ, this thing is huge. So you go down in my garage and it's full of motorcycles and I got lots of extra parts. I dug around and dragged out one of the radiators off of one of my 450 motocross bikes, and I laid it out next to the radiator off the computer. The two of them are the same damn size. Now this 450 motocross bike makes over, 55, I mean stock it had about 55 horsepower out of it. I mean, the bit of tuning and teching that I've done on it, the thing's probably pushing closer to 60. Well, the two of them are the same bloody size. I'm like, holy Christ. The same radiator that you'd find on a bike that can, jump 50, 60 feet through the air. This thing's crazy. So if you go hit up my Instagram account, you actually see a photograph of the two next to each other. It's kind of funny. We need to put some of these God HPs away. I've done this once before where I royally screwed up. I upgraded a God HP, and I had two God HP ++s, and the stupid thing upgraded one of my God HP ++ to a God HP ++. And I wasted a bunch of Photon Points. That was a mistake. Let's deposit here. We've only got one God HP on us. Item. Let's sort. Okay, only one God HP here. So it was interesting trying to get that radiator to be quiet. My current motherboard has only got one USB 2.0 internal header, and it was currently being used by a fan controller. So when the CPU cooler pump assembly itself, it wanted another USB 2.0 header. So right out of the box, I didn't hook it up. I was just using the default settings. Well, I'll be damned if that pump didn't rattle like a son of a bitch. Man, that thing was loud. When I was doing some research online, people are saying, well, maybe you got some air in the pump. If you kind of move your case around, you may be able to get the air out and it would quiet it down. I tried some of that stuff. It'd be quiet for like maybe a few seconds or a minute, and then it'd get loud again. Didn't matter what position I put the radiator in, where I had the pump relative to the radiator, it always made noises. And then somebody said, well, have you tried the pump controlling software yet to see if you can raise or lower the speed of the pump? That might have an impact. Well, that guy wasn't correct. I got back in there. I want to upgrade a unit here. And we are looking at upgrading HP. You want plus plus, please. And yes. Perfect, we got that done. So when I got into the pump control software and it found the pump through the USB connection, I unplugged my fan controller temporarily. And sure enough, the default on the system, it has slow, medium, and fast. And that thing had defaulted to medium. And it rattled so bad on medium. When I switched it to slow, the thing went dead quiet. And when I put it on fast mode, where it maxed out the pump, the rattling went completely away, and you could barely just, I had to put my ear really close to the pump to hear it running on its high speed. So that intermediate speed, whatever it was, the little impeller inside, I believe it's a magnetic impeller, it would rattle around in its case on medium speed. So medium is crap. I'm running on slow right now. And when I ran it on fast, I mean, it was faintly louder, but it didn't make a whole hell of a lot of difference in terms of my cooling. Let's get those God HPs back. So I'm running on that radiator. I'm actually running it with 4 fans on the radiator. The case actually has enough room in it that I can do a push-pull type setup. So I got 2 fans behind it pushing air through, and then 2 more fans in front of it pulling air through. And run those at some pretty slow speeds. Sorry guys for the coughing. But man, it's at idle, the thing runs about 24-25 degrees Celsius. And when I max out my CPU and just leave it pinned, running all the time, it maxes out at about 40 degrees C. I mean, granted, the CPU I'm using right now is a 7th gen i5 at about 4 gigahertz. We'll see. I'm already making plans for a motherboard and CPU upgrade. It still takes a hell of a long time to do any kind of video editing or encoding. So I'm looking for either an i7 or maybe an i9. And there's a few other things I'd like to do. I'd like to switch over to those new M2 style hard drives. So that would be me maxed out with 3 God HPs. 1215 hit points. That's okay. We'll put my generate back on. But anyways, I want to try one of those PCIe M2 drives. They're actually coming down in reasonable prices now. You can get a really high quality 1 terabyte drives. What I want to do is I want to get the spinning media out of my computer. I have one spinning drive that I have. It's got a bunch of old archived images on it. I basically just want to pull the drive and leave it in storage. And then I have one 2.5-inch solid state drive, which I need to pull like a SATA cable, and I gotta pull a SATA power cable as well. I just want these cables the hell out of the case. So if I can switch to onboard M2 drives, I get rid of all these cables, and I got terabyte right on the motherboard. That's kind of cool, so I'm looking for that. And if I do that, get it all in the new case, then I'm getting a new case as well too. That'd be a totally brand new PC. That'd be pretty sweet. But actually, it would be a decent gaming computer. Let's have a look at my quest board here. We're down to 72 photon points. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, what do we want to do next with these photon points? Let's quit the foe and get the Huni back, because we're going to do some grinding. Oh, I can't grind. My Huni is currently full. The inventory is full in the Huni. Okay. Well, that was kind of a tour of what it looks like to claim eggs for the quest, or any tokens for most any of the quests, because I'm sure we'll have some more here. Actually, the competition was kind of fun this year. I didn't go as crazy as I did the one that was at the start of the season. That was too much. This one, I mean, there was a few weekends where I kind of really got into it pretty good, but still not as crazy as last time, which was alright. But if anybody's wondering what the experience is like for claiming eggs, well, there you just saw it. And I guess you guys got to see a bit of some of the new quality on the streaming. Not bad, I think. I'm hoping later this week we might be able to do an actual full 1080p live stream so you guys can check it out. And man, I think maybe this week I might finally approach my ISP and talk to him about a business connection, see if we can maybe even get some more reliable internet, because man, the internet hasn't been super stable lately, which has been a bit of a disappointment. How are we doing? It's almost 11 o'clock here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna temporarily stop the stream and then restart it back up again. And if you guys refresh the stream, you might be able to... I'm gonna see if maybe 1080p is still working here or not. Hold on a second here. Okay. I'm not no, let's see here. Is the stream quality any good? You guys tell me. Let's go back here. I'm just watching the stream myself on one of my laptops here. Can we pull a full 1080p signal? Did things settle out? And we'll just do an offline here. Actually, things are looking pretty stable right now. I think most people have gone to bed where I'm living right now, so internet is looking a little bit better. And not kind of watching the stream at the same time as I'm walking here.
Genupside 1991 said 1080p stream is cool, but YouTube won't render 1080.
Yeah, they certainly downscale it.
1991 said, or will it?
It should. If you refresh the page, and then if you might have to manually switch the stream setting yourself to 1080p. Because I'd been streaming in 720p for like the last half hour or so. When I refreshed the page, I had to go back and hit the little cog in the lower right hand corner and manually switch it back to 1080p. So I mean, I'm watching on my laptop right now in 1080. But I'm streaming it, this is 6,000 kilobits a second. On really good days, I've been able to push 8,000, and I mean, even once I was pushing about 12,000. YouTube, I think, will downgrade the stream to, and they'll broadcast out around 6K themselves. But the better signal I can give them.
Said hanging in lobby on standby.
Let's see here. Let's hit the forest. I'm currently on offline mode here. I'm running one of my old configurations when we went and fought Falls here. I had
Genupside 1991 said Bob didn't even say bye, sad face.
But oh, he could be busy playing the game. Let's see here. We'll just throw on. Equip a Psycho on. So, I mean, you tell me if the stream's looking pretty good. I mean, even to tell you, even watching the picture rendered on my my monitor here. Well, I royally screwed that up. Watch me get killed here.
Matt said looks nice. Matt said Deban.
Yeah, let's see if we can do this before I get killed. And okay. Okay, that's a little better. And this is what happens when you don't pay attention to what you're doing.
Matt. Said UFF so intense.
So yeah, I do. So far, I'm liking the new graphics card. It even fixed up a few other problems that I had that I had noticed. Even because I use my TV as my monitor, and the Intel card had a slight incompatibility problem. But every time I turn the damn TV off, the Intel card would get totally confused and then downgrade everything to a 480p scaling, and then all my windows would rearrange themselves, and I turn the TV back on and I'd have to rearrange everything again.
Genupside 1991 said, let me know if you want to do a GameCube Paseo stream this weekend. My setup is finally ready to go. Currently level 16.
You know, I think my Jaxxer character is maybe 12 or 14 or 15, around there. It's low. So maybe, actually maybe that would be kind of fun, setting up the GameCube and taking that for a spin. I'd probably have to do more work on getting OBS ready.
A nice low team.
Yeah, and I mean there isn't an enhancement pack for GameCube, so I mean, pretty much just run what you brung. And for me, like, I wouldn't be using a patch version. It would be a real GameCube that I'd be using with an actual disc. And as Aileron Ives calls it, the version of PSO that I use is the Japanese Half Plus, because my GameCube is a Japanese GameCube. And that one, we could get a fully digital video and audio signal of that one as well too. I've got one of those Eon GCHD Mark IIs in it. The plug-in in the back. That really nice picture of that guy.
Said as is mine with the 1.1.
Yeah. So. Oh, okay. So you're talking the PSO that you use is is version 1.1?
Genupside 1991 said yes, console and Paseo are NTSCJ.
Make sure I don't die here. That's cool. And is version 1.1, is that the plus, or is that the 1.1 is the half plus, right? I'd have to pop open my drawer and have a look. Out of my way, guys. Let's use one of the poor man fluids here.
Genupside 1991 said, I'm not totally sure. I got the one I've suggested.
Yeah, the Japanese ones are a little bit cheaper than buying the North America ones, and they're a lot easier to find in Japan and bringing them over. Oh, here we go, a tri-fluid, that's okay. Let me, so my GameCube's sitting on the floor right next to me here. Let me have a quick look in it. Yeah, the Japanese green disc, the white and green one. It is version 1.1. It's got all the bug fixes of the Plus version, but it can still use all the online patches that the non-plus version can use. But apparently the non-plus versions are buggy as hell. And if you can avoid them, you want to.
Genopside 1991 said yes, that's what I have.
Yeah, so that, I went hunting for that guy. I remember asking Ives what he thought. And you're right, that was his recommendation. So, went hunting on some Japanese auction sites looking for it. And it's worked out pretty good. Alright. So, I think that's... oh, okay, and the other thing. Do you have the key controller? The keyboard and controller all built into one? I've got... I actually have two of them here. They're really difficult to type on. The keys are so small. How, we're walking the wrong way here. But I'm starting to get used to it.
Genopside 1991 said no, but got a PS2 to GC adapter for KB.
Ah, cool.
Genopside 1991 said gifted from work.
Yeah, I'm sometimes wondering if it would be better if I just ran a PS2 to GC keyboard converter like that. Because, but I mean, I guess if I want the authentic experience, I mean, that's why I'm running the original hardware here instead of using emulators or PC versions of these games. It was to reuse the original hardware and push the original hardware as hard as we could. So, part of the experience is to use that funky looking keyboard controller that was built just for the game.
Genopside 1991 said then PS2 to USB adapter with wireless KB.
Yeah, okay, cool. You know, I tell you, this graphics card made a massive difference. So OBS, like so I run my signal. My signal comes out of my Dreamcast.
1991 said I'll pass on keytroller. I hate the GC controller as it is.
Yeah, it's funky to use. So my chain right now is I got my Dreamcast feeding into my Elgato card, and then my Elgato can output the signal to separate monitors so you can watch the game footage. Or if you want, OBS can monitor what you're actually broadcasting out locally. And you can watch basically a copy of the broadcast stream. That's usually what I used to do. But OBS could never render it decently at a high frame rate. So the video was always a little bit choppy. I think the color was slightly off. Didn't look super good. This new graphics card, that is not an issue at all. Holy Jesus. It looks like I'm watching the signal directly out of the Dreamcast right into the TV. The only thing is that I get all my overlays on here as well too. So I mean, I see my Discord overlay over on the left hand side there now. Well, there is something else maybe I want to try. There is this, let's see. So I've got this filter I set up for scrambling the screen. How heavy is this? Yeah, my graphics card must be doing this because I'm not seeing a single CPU load at all. How does this look on the YouTube stream? The big one was scrambling text. So that's me typing on the screen. I mean, locally I can't see anything here. So I mean, this is me typing hello there. Explanation mark. Can't see nothing. So anyways, the idea here is if I gotta enter in any sensitive information, I can now do it. Huh, that's interesting. I just had a thought. I scrambled also the, I just ended up scrambling the whole bloody screen. Can I add... Where's my Discord? I want to add an existing scene. Where is... yeah, I want to add a scene, and I want my Discord overlay. And... oh, is that what it did? It scrambled the whole bloody thing. I remember now. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out later. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. But anyways, let me get you guys the heck off this. You don't need to see that anymore. But that's kind of cool. So anyways, if anybody ever sends me like passwords to a game through Discord or something like that, and you want to keep some stuff private, I can at least work with that in the stream now. Before that was a bit difficult. I think we've had a few passwords kind of get leaked on the stream. But man, the quality looks good right now. Locally. I'm hoping the stream looks pretty good too. But yeah, those new NVIDIA RTX graphics cards, they work okay. Okay, let me put the mag away. Did I already put the mag away? I can't remember what the hell I've been doing. I'm tired. Maybe it's time for me to shut this down. I'm gonna shut the stream down. I'm gonna do a transfer on some stuff here. I got move some things around on some different characters. I'll deposit that. The rest of this stuff I think we can hold on to. And maybe we'll use that last diff fluid there. Oh, we're maxed out. Maybe I will just drop the damn diff fluid. Okie doke. Well, guys, a bit of a weird and interesting stream tonight. A little bit of a tour of some stuff, screwing around, and that was okay. I've been thinking about doing a few of these kinds of streams where maybe we just look at something odd in the game and play around with it. These don't have to be super long. So, tomorrow, we'll see if I get online tomorrow or not. Tomorrow day, the temperature's going up to like 25 degrees C outside. That'll be the warmest day that we've had all year. I'm going outside. I got some things I need to do. A few motorcycles need to get started for the first time this year. Got to do some work on the truck. And I just need to get outside and breathe some more fresh air, so I'm looking forward to that. And then maybe I might stream tomorrow night. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it Sunday night. There's a numbered UFC event on tomorrow night, and I'm a UFC fan, so I might be watching that instead. There's a couple of fights I'm actually interested to see, so might do that. Which means I might get on maybe Sunday day or Sunday evening. We'll see. Anyways, as I said, I got some social media accounts that I'm running now, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. On Instagram and Twitter, I believe it's just Jaxxer_PSO.
1991 said have to do brakes and bearings tomorrow. Yay.
Yeah, brakes and bearings on a truck or a bike. I actually got a carburetor I think needs cleaning on a motorcycle tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that. But we got our first track day for Supermoto is coming up pretty quick. I think that's actually Monday. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make the first track day this year. I haven't been on my Supermoto bike for a couple of years now. Not since I blew my knee out about 3 years ago. 4 years ago? 2015?
Genopside 1991 said work car.
Yeah. I got some shackles I gotta install on a truck. So that's gonna involve a drill. I want to get that some shackle mounts. I want to get those installed. I recently bought a new truck, so I got rid of the old shackle mounts of the old truck, and I want my shackle mounts back. So that's the big one I want to get done tomorrow. And then maybe we'll get the Supermoto. I got a 450 motocross bike that I converted to closed course Supermoto. And we used to have a full size racetrack here in the city I live in, and they had a lease with the city of Calgary. That's where they got the land from, and the track ended up getting run down. I mean, I would go there regularly with my sport bikes, and we'd run that track. I mean, it was an IHRA certified racetrack actually. So every once in a while, the top fuel and the funny cars would come to town, and they'd run. You've never heard anything as crazy as a 10,000 horsepower nitromethane top fuel car. Holy Christ, are those things loud. But I mean, we would show up, like we'd take our bikes on every Friday night. We'd go drag race and run the quarter-mile track ourselves.
1991 said 15 minutes from drag strip here.
You are lucky. We our road course doubled as the RHRA drag strip, but it also was a Canadian National Superbike racetrack as well too. So we go usually. Like about 10 years ago, I used to go like almost as often as once a week. We'd get a track day, so we'd pack up. I had a 600. I still have a 600. I'd take a 600 out there. I love 600s on closed course tracks. And we'd be dragging our knees all over the place and stuff. That was a lot of fun. But the lease ended with the city of Calgary. City of Calgary turned our racetrack into a landfill. Bloody city dump. So we lost our track, which kind of sucks. But there are 2 new racetracks going in close to us. One of them up by Airdrie, the other one out by Drumheller, which is pretty cool.
1991 said road course here would be nice. I have a TT300ZX that would be fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. A twin turbo. I actually have a Honda S2000 that I have not had a chance to take that to a track yet. Though I tell you, it's pretty tough. I mean, my S2000 doesn't get driven a whole lot. When you got a garage full of super bikes and motocross bikes and various other track bikes, if it's good enough to ride around an S2000 with the top down, it's good enough to ride a motorcycle. So that's usually what I end up doing. And if I'm going to pay to go to a track, I want to do it on a bike. Anyways, so the whole point with the Supermoto bike is that I took my 450 motocrosser, put a set of 17-inch road slicks on it. In fact, the front's actually a 16.5-inch slick.
1991 said nice drag car is a Camaro with turbo 406.
Nice. So that's what you're taking to the quarter-mile track. So my Supermoto bike, it's pretty much we do have a pro kart track that's close to us, and the pro kart guys will let us 450 motocross guys take our Supermoto bikes on there. So that's about as fast as it's about as big of a bike I can take on a closed course right now. Is my my Supermoto bike. I haven't done it in a little while. I was out at Whistler running the chairlifts with my mountain bike a couple years back, and took a side excursion to the air dome out there and blew my knee out in the half pipe in the air dome. That one earned me a trip to Banff to the surgical unit to get my knee put back together. So it's been 3-4 years now since the surgery. My knee actually feels really good. I've been downhilling on it since, just I haven't done anything super serious yet on a motorcycle.
Den Upside 1991 said ouch, painful.
Yeah, that hurt like that was one of the worst pains I've ever had. And I've crashed plenty. And it wasn't so much popping the tendon in my knee, it was tearing my meniscus and bruising my bone. Jesus, was that bad. That hurt really bad. I put 2 small tears in the meniscus, and I bruised the bone. The ACL tendon, I mean, it just popped. And went and got a new one of those. But the ACL, my meniscus has got a couple of stitches in it, holding it together right now. And I'll keep those stitches for the rest of my life. So anyways, it means I gotta get the Supermoto bike ready, and I haven't started it in 2 years. So that might be one of the things I try tomorrow. But that's the whole bike, the whole top end of it's gotta, the whole top of the frame's gotta come off, and I gotta pull the carburetor and clean it.
1991 said PSO never hurt you like that.
PSO, what? Oh yeah, PSO has never hurt me like that. That's true. Yeah, I usually have a tendency to screw myself up pretty good. Crashing something. That's what pissed me off though about crashing. I didn't do it on my downhill bike. I crashed it on a borrowed bike in a half pipe. That was stupid. I shouldn't have been in the half pipe. I had 3 days left on that trip. Screwed that up. Oh well. 3 days? 2 days. 2 days. I did it late Friday afternoon after we were riding. And I screwed my Thursday and Friday up. Pretty much watched everybody else ride the lifts. Oh well. I don't know if any of you guys are downhill mountain bikers. I've been a downhiller for 20 years. Man, if you've never been to Whistler, that is the place to be. Holy smokes. I've been to just about every single lift assisted hill from here all the way to the west coast in Canada. And Whistler is something else. And it's funny, I mean, I've ridden the lifts up with lots of guys from Europe, from far East Asia, from Australia, from South America, and I always ask them, man, what's the riding like where you guys are from? It must be pretty cool, like, you know, the Swiss or French Alps or something like that. And they say, yeah, it's pretty good, but it's not Whistler. Whistler is unlike anything else they've ever seen. So it takes me like I usually go out with all my own equipment, so I'll usually pack up the truck and drive out. Takes me about 10 to 12 hours to make the drive from where I'm at. And I'll usually go out for like a week or something like that. But man, the guys who have to get on airplanes and fly halfway around the world to get here, man, I don't envy you guys. I don't know, I'm thinking at some point I want to make these trips more often. I can get to Vancouver by airplane in about an hour and a half. And then I'm thinking, you know, take a shuttle up to Whistler and just start renting and get out there more often. Because man, I mean, Whistler, I haven't been out there since they opened up the south side of the Whistler Mountain now. They've got a whole new trail network I haven't even ridden yet. That'll take you down to the Lower Creekside chairlift, and you can take the chairlift back up again. They're doing some amazing things out there. Okay, maybe that's enough rambling here. I'm feeling pretty hungry. I'm gonna go get something to eat and get something to drink, and maybe I'll see you guys on Sunday. And as always, like I said, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Follow me on those. I usually post interesting snapshots of stuff I'm doing around here with related to the PSO, Dreamcast, maybe GameCube. I might start doing that, and the computer, always messing around there. And I could always use the follows, and I'm always answering people asking me questions, stuff there. Thanks for everybody jumping in the chat. That was kind of cool to talk with you guys about stuff. Learn a little bit more about you guys too. Drag racing, old school vintage Japanese supercars. I mean, man, the 90s when that first twin turbo 300ZX came out, and then I mean the RX-7 showed up, the Supra showed up, I mean the Mitsubishi showed up. So many cool cars in the 90s. I mean, I was in my early 20s and my late teens in the 90s. To be growing up and seeing all those coming out when they were brand new, I remember all those cars. Trying to figure out, scheming, how could I get one of these myself? Anyways, okay, I'm out. Have a good one, guys, and I will see you in maybe a couple of days. Ciao, guys.